Good Thursday evening, everybody. How are you? It's time for Thrifty Business. And with me, there's no one right yet. It's just me. Ha ha. Woo. Ha ha. Hey, it's Jason Thrifts, and we got a special kind of show tonight because we're going to do a store review, and I haven't done one in a while. And I decided to spend more time on the store review than our segments. And then I thought, well, shoot, I'll just have the person whose store review we're doing be the co-host for the first couple segments. They'll share a few scores and we'll do it that way. So without further ado, now it's time for Jay's Tiki Talk. Each week I drink a different rum out of a different tiki mug and try and match it up to my guest. And my guest tonight is Sassy Frog Vintage herself, Becky. Hi, Becky. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am dandy. Yeah, when I thought we'll do the store review, I thought, all right, I'll put more time in the store review. I'll just do some scores and my CDs, and then we'll move into it. And I thought, well, shoot, you could just co-host and we'll do some of your scores too. And it's always fun to have a little commentary. Plus, you are so effervescent. I always, no pressure, but I'm always expecting something fun out of you. So, you know.
I was like, I didn't fart yet. I'm like, what is it? Hello, everyone.
Everyone's saying hi, Becky. No one's saying hi, Jason.
I'm kind of excited to be here. I feel like I'm on the Price is Right. I hope I win the stove.
Okay, so I had to be creative with your rum and your mug. And so it's a little bit of a stretch, but I thought, you know, sometimes they're so dead on the nose, but sometimes you got to think. All right. So what is your day job?
By day, I'm a hairdresser and makeup artist for celebrities, politicians, and brides on the weekend.
Okay, well, this is H. Clement. He invented a rum, and I thought he was so perfectly coiffed. And since you're a hairdresser,
I love that.
His stash, his beard, and his hair is all nice and coiffed.
I am very impressed with this dude. He's rad.
And then, you know, I'm walking around looking at all our rums because we have rums all over our house. If you've been to my house, you know there's just rum everywhere. And I'm trying to look for a rum because I don't have any rum from Texas. And I thought, you know, Becky is a party. She's always full of fun. And so I was looking for some fun rum. And I haven't brought this out in a while. This is called Kuya. They don't make it anymore. It's by Kahlua. But you know, there's a little bit the music going on. But the back says, Kuya embodies the rhythm of the street, captivating the imagination and energizing the soul. I'm like, oh my God, that's Becky right there.
Heck yeah. And I live in the music capital of the world. So, I mean, it's
Pahrump, Nevada?
There and Austin, which has Dirty Six, which I try to stay away from at my age.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. Now, it's funny that Becky Dick's in the chat. I mean, now that she normally is. So I was I had a senior moment today. I'm walking around the house looking for mugs with Dick's. And then I'm like, wait, Becky Dick's on the show. Becky Joyce is on the show. Good Lord, I'm looking for the wrong thing. So a party rum and a well-coiffed mug. So cheers.
I love it. Cheers. I'm drinking out of my Den of Sin mug.
Oh, that's a good-looking mug right there.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm going to have to repent for my sins after this review. So
all right, fair enough. I like it.
Bless me, Big Kahuna, for I have made mistakes.
It was funny. I'll give you guys a quick preview. I'm in the grocery store with Stacy last night, and she's like, well, how's Becky's store review going? I go, she did the thing that drives me the most nuts. And Stacy knew what it was, and she goes, oh, no. I go, oh, yes. Oh, yes. And then also, we had a contest that we'll get to in a minute, and there was a bag of prizes for the winner. So there you go. All right, so all kinds of fun tonight. But without further ado, let's get into... no, you know what? I don't have any frog tiki mugs, and nor do I think there are any, because we were talking about that. And I'm like, I don't know of any frog tiki mugs. You know, frogs in Polynesia don't really go together. So, but I guess there are frogs in Hawaii. I kicked one once by accident. So, yeah.
We used to have the senior frogs.
That is Mexican.
I know, but we like Texas.
Lisa says, does she have her hand in her picture? There is one you will see tonight, but I'm not complaining about it because you'll understand. So no. All right, but before we do that, we're going to share some of these. And now it's time for our scores of the week. These are the items that you should be on the lookout for when you're out thrifting. And as always, the guest is up first.
Yay. So I got these Bridgewater candles at Goodwill, and they were like maybe $3 a piece. And it looked like there were two of them, so I got both of them. And it looked like they had been burned maybe once or twice. There wasn't very much wax melted, but if you can see, like on the bottom left, it looks like there's a little bit of an air bubble in there in the soy candle. So I marked it for like $25, and somebody sent me an offer for 15 on Mercari and asked me if I could change the shipping, because when I posted the shipping, the least expensive was post office. But she asked if I could change it to Smart Post because it changed and Smart Post became the least expensive.
Nice.
So I changed it for her and sent it off, and she loved it.
It's funny that everyone's guessing in the chat. Did she do all caps? Did she use look with the ad symbols? Was the word rare in her title? Nope. Now, if someone does guess, I will say.
I don't even know what I did.
This is cool.
Yes, IKEA lamps, y'all. IKEA lamps. I found two of these at Goodwill, and they were both $9 a piece. I put this up for $54, and this one's got a little bit of a dent in it in the shade, and so I put that down. It's FedEx. Thrifty Elf is Smart Post from FedEx.
Yep.
I put it up for $54, and somebody sent me an offer for $40, and because of the dent, I was like, sure, I'll take it, and it gets out of my house. So I've sold both of them.
So here's a little bonus store review. Definitely should have turned all the lights off and turned the light on.
I did. They're in there.
You can't tell.
I turned all the lights off.
Oh wow, you cannot tell because this and this don't look all that much different. Yeah.
Yeah, that's off.
Was it during the day? Was there natural light?
It's not. It doesn't go pitch black, but it wasn't. Yeah, I turned my lights off.
Now there's a funny little conversation going on in the chat. Jenny said, "Could you ship the candle in a priority padded envelope?" But that's not the funny part. Rich Colby says, "Hilarious." Rich, you might be new here, but I send tiki mugs in padded flat rate envelopes. So it can be done, and I'm actually going to be sharing a video with that very soon. So stay tuned for those of you who don't know.
Yes.
Hey, tiki mugs. Speaking of tiki mugs.
It was funny. I actually messaged you about these when I was at the Goodwill. I was like, I would have gotten them because there was a little chip on one at the top and then a little chip at the bottom, and I didn't find any solds. There's a set of 4 for $39.99, and I put the first 2 up, and these sold within a couple of days. Actually, I took a best offer of $21, and they've been shipped, and they've tried to deliver them, but apparently this guy doesn't. He doesn't have. It says he didn't have a sufficient place to leave them. Like, maybe somebody broke his mailbox or something. I don't know.
Didn't have a sufficient place to leave them. That's weird.
It was weird. So, I got these at. Where did I get those? Oh, I got them at an estate sale. And got full asking price for them. It's volume 2 and 3 of the fantasy stuff. So it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons romance. So
oh, is that what it is?
I don't know. I haven't read them, but I mean, judging by the covers.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but you're right. It's like, oh, there's Fabio. I get it now.
But I like his plate armor a lot better.
We often talk about giving away, selling freebies. And so when I buy mugs, tiki mugs, and I tend to buy a few here and there, a lot of times they'll include stickers. And I like stickers, and I put stickers on this cabinet over here. But I buy mugs from the same places. So when you get the same stickers 3, 4, 5 times, You can use them once, maybe twice. So then I put them together in this little lot. So here was 5 free stickers that sold for $20 plus shipping.
That's cool.
I take the freebies and I make them little groups and I make them attractive.
I need to do that.
How about Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator 2 VHS? As you can see, it was sold in AU, which means Australian dollars, which equals about $27. So although this is not my foreign one of the week, it is on its way to Australia right now.
Yeehaw. I love it.
See, that's the key there, Rich. I actually do use a box in bubble wrap. It just happens to fit in an envelope and happens to ship for only $10. So like I said, you're going to see a video and then you will fully understand everything. All right. So I thought this would be super cool. Stacy found it. It is a cape thingy.
Yes.
And, we actually had to ask, I think we asked for help in the group on how to tie it because we weren't 100% sure because none of us had ever worn a cape before. So I did use a collage for the first picture. I wanted to show Zoe in it. I didn't tell her to wear a white turtleneck, but it worked out so much better. So you could really see how it laid on her. And although this doesn't move or sing or dance or anything, because it was kind of a unique piece, we did do a video so you could see her at least just twirling around. And it happened to be windy that day. So it was perfect.
Oh, that's so cool.
So, you don't need a video of a t-shirt. We all know what a t-shirt looks like, but a cape like that is kind of different. So we picked it up for $10 and I took a best offer of $60 for it.
That's so cool. I kind of have something like that, but I got it at Dress Barn a couple years ago and I love it.
It's a cool piece. And now I know how to tie them from now on.
Yay!
And then tiki mugs. We've been cleaning this office up because it got out of control. And I had bought a couple spares of this mug 6 years ago, I don't know something. And I ran across one. I'm like, oh, time to go. And I think they were like $60 when they were new. And I sold this one for $170 and I got like 2 more. So I'll be selling all of them. So when you clean up and find those extras, get them listed.
Heck yeah.
Get them listed.
For sure. Is that bark cloth material behind it?
Yes, it's the couch in the Den of Sin.
Okay.
I figured that was a good background for tiki mugs.
Very cool.
And thank you. Awesome idea on the video. Yeah, we always try to think of ways we can use video that are kind of out of the norm. Because that helps enhance your item for sale. And now it's time for our CD and cassette scores of the week. And as always, we start with flipping cassettes. And yay, Becky has one.
Whoopee! Actually, this was Nancy Griffith, and she just recently passed. She passed this year, didn't she? In January.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So I got it put up, and it sat for maybe a week. Because I didn't get it up right away. I didn't know I had anything from her until I started going through my music again and took pictures of it and actually sent to Karen Austin.
Close? That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, I could have delivered that locally and saving $3. I would have spent that in gas, but
man, Brian's quick with the Google, or Brian happen to know August 13th, 2021.
I knew.
All right, Becky, do you believe when it comes to selling media?
Amen. Yes.
All right. How about you take 60 hard rock heavy metal cassettes that are all fine titles, but they're just not big money on their own, and you put them together in a Case Logic and you throw it up at auction. An auction you meant to set it up for 7 days, and it was a day. Whoops. So 60 cassettes with the case, and we also want to show how cool the case was. So we took this shot.
Nice.
This shot, and then this shot, like it's opening to show you your cassettes. So the winner of this one, $138.51, also was the winner of the second set for $138.51. So here is $277 in cassettes in 24 hours.
Damn. Now, did you do both of them for one day or just the
Yeah, whoops.
Okay.
So I listed it on Friday, and Saturday late morning, early afternoon, my watch is blowing up with like bid. I'm like, man, these mother effers are bidding early. Oh no, they're bidding in the last hour. Okay. So I took the good stuff out of this collection and listed it individually. But the rest of these, although great bands, Metallica, Ozzy, Doc, and Rat, they're like $2, $3 cassettes. And unless you're brand new and need feedback, I ain't wasting my time with $2 cassettes. But together, they're very attractive. I started it for $1 because I thought I had a week to go. But look, I was hoping for about $150 for each one. And I got $280 for the two. So it's pretty close. It was pretty close. So I'm not crying. I'm just saying, oops.
Oops, I made $138.
Yeah. Oops. And now we go from flipping cassettes to flipping CDs. Oh, no, we don't. Okay, so normally I would share a record. This is the shape of a record with a hole in the middle. It is not a record, but it is a turntable slip mat. And so slip mats are typically used for when DJs are going to scratch. It lets the record go back and forth smoothly instead of being stuck to the actual turntable. And this was a promo that I got when I was working at a record store in '98 for a Fatboy Slim record. And so I've been carting this around since 1998. You know, it's a cool piece. I'm a Fatboy Slim fan. It was a cool piece.
Same.
But I finally put it up for sale. I took a best offer of 30. Customer got it, left me glowing feedback. Absolutely loves it. Just a little piece of foam.
That's awesome. I've never seen one of those. I didn't know he had something like that.
And yeah, I list on one ID, but the good stuff is actually on Amazon. These lots are on eBay. So same ID if people are really looking that hard. Nope, no reserve. No reserve. And my new assistant was like, "You're only going to start at $1." I'm like, "Don't worry, they'll go. I've been doing this game a little while. I know how it works." All right, let's get into our CDs, and then we'll get into your store. All right, sorry, I played the intro. We'll just get right into it. Oh, whoops, that's not.
Oh.
So wait a minute. Was this one of your scores? Oh, no.
Yes.
No,
Oh.
ignore. We'll get to that segment in a second. Ignore.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This sold for, I took a best offer of 15.
Tay.
And it's sealed. Hadn't been opened, exclusively at Target with the hype sticker.
Okay, so we can put both of you and I together. Bash class. My record player currently has a Taylor Swift mat right now. What is happening? What?
I love it.
What? This is crazy. And Lisa sold that slip mat herself.
That's insane.
Y'all, we're all like one big happy family here.
We don't like the same stuff at all.
Yes, my favorite artist. I liked her for a moment. I don't care for her anymore. It's a different story for different days. So from Tay to Iron Maiden. Now here's what's funny. I had a bunch of different scores. I was trying to decide which ones I wanted to share. I paid $7 for this Iron Maiden in the same second. Like I got 2 cha-chings from Amazon. Cha-ching. I sold Iron Maiden for 30 and David Sanborn for 32.
Wow.
If you don't know David Sanborn, he's like a smooth jazz sax player. So nowhere near Iron Maiden. This one I got in a estate sale for $1.15 and I sold it for $32.
You know, I'd like to hear David play some Iron Maiden on his sax.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And then if you don't stay up with pop culture, you don't realize Kanye's in the Inquirer type news every single day with his divorce from Kim. So I'm guessing that's maybe why someone went and got my CD that's been listed for a little while. It's a promo of the song Good Life with him and T-Pain and John Legend and Neo. I got that for 75 cents and sold it for $30. But wait, Beck, that is not the best one of the week.
What?
I know. Shocker. What? Oh my God. I just sold something on Amazon. My thing just went ding as I was saying that. I love it. How about the soundtrack to the movie Monsters University, which is the part 2 of Monsters, Inc. Would you think it'd be worth $100?
Are you kidding me?
And look, I paid $25 for it, but I knew it was worth about $100, and it was only listed for about 3 weeks.
Wow. I'm always watching.
$100 for the Monsters University score, composed and conducted by the famous Randy Newman.
That's insane. Of course, I will be looking for that. Was
Yeah.
it sealed or no?
Yes, this one was sealed.
Okay.
It'd still be worth some money unsealed, but definitely was nice to get $100 for it.
Heck yes.
All right, and then our last segment this week, before we get right into Beck's store, is... And now it's time for Where in the World Did Our Stuff Go? If you are not shipping internationally, you are leaving out 7.3 billion with a B potential customers.
This best went to Russia.
So Oriole is about 5 hours from Moscow. And so someone said, you know what I need? I need a denim Sherpa vest right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from Sears and Roebuck from the 70s. And it's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that vest. I was kind of sad it didn't fit me because it snapped buttons and it looked like it had never really been worn at all. So
and the reason we do the segment, is because you never know when someone said, you know what I need? I need a denim vest with the Sherpa lining. Oh, look, Becky has one. I will pick it up from her.
Yes. Yes, I sold it for $19. They begged me. They were like, please accept my offer of $19. And I said, yes, I will, because I'm going to make a little cashish on that simple export rate that I'm going to.
There you go. See? that all plays a factor. Oops. And this one might be my first one ever to Bahrain. So if you don't know where Bahrain is, it's in the Persian Gulf next to Qatar and United Arab Emirates and Kuwait. Went to East Rifa. This is a David Lee Roth CD, and it was a weird version of the CD because there is no writing on the outside and it's still sealed.
Wow.
And so it was funny because when I saw it, I knew the cover, but I couldn't figure out why I knew it. And yeah, for whatever reason, when they did a re-release of the CD, they left off all words. To me, that sounds like on purpose, and there had to be a reason.
Right?
Like, why would you have David Lee Roth on there? So weird. But I had it for $50. It's been listed for a while, and he goes, "Will you take an offer?" And I didn't know he was in Bahrain, so I didn't realize English wasn't his first language.
Mm-hmm.
It was so short and curt. I thought he was yelling at me.
Oh God, yeah.
And I'm like, "Yep, there's a make offer button. Just click it and make me your best offer." And he made me an offer of $30, and I paid $10. I'm like, "Oh, sure." I've had it for a while, so now it's on its way to Bahrain. So that's my first Bahrain. Woo!
Yippee!
I like when I hit new countries because that's the whole point of teaching you guys and making sure you're selling worldwide. Because look, Bahrain's a little tiny place in the Middle East, and he needed a David Lee Roth CD from me. That's like 20-some years old.
There you go. I love it.
Not tonight, Rich, but we will. I got videos about pirate ships specifically coming up. So yes, please stay tuned to this channel. A lot of stuff that you're talking about in the chat, and thank you for being so vocal in the chat. We're going to be addressing specifically and directly. So stay tuned for sure. All right. So now is the time where we do a store review. And actually, I think I have a little store review topper, don't I? Hold, please. I wasn't even thinking about that. Okay. Yeah, so I've done this. For those who don't know, I have another group called the Secret Beach. It is a subscription-based group where we do webinars every month from me, a webinar from an expert every month. Nadine just did an awesome webinar. So we're going to use that header because that's all I got. Oh, wait, before we get to her store, I'm a little out of sorts without doing all my segments. A little housekeeping first. Okay, speaking of Nadine, we had to do it during the day because Nadine has 3 children. They come home from school, and apparently no one was around during the day, so it was a very quiet chat. So for those of you in the Secret Beach, you missed the Tips on Dating Garment Tags. It's a great webinar. And Nadine, I said, Nay, you always make webinars 3 hours long. 1 hour, let's do it. And so she kept it to an hour. So if you're looking at a tag on a piece of clothing and you're like, is it 1990 or 1980? Nay gave you 10 tips on the way to figure out what era or decade or even exact year your garment came from. So make sure Oh, there's Nay. It was an awesome webinar, Nay. Make sure that you go check that out. And then this Sunday, Mom and I are going to do something a little different because my friends are staying at my house. And so I figured I'd put them to work. They're coming in. We're going to 2 concerts this weekend. We're going to see Billy Joel and Metallica. Ooh. Same concert venue, 2 nights, 2 different nights. But Sunday that we were going to be hanging out, I said, hey, would you like to be Mom and I's guest? And my friend Kelly Merrill is the lead bartender at Trader Sam's, the Tiki Bar at Disneyland. So if you've got any questions about Disney, working for Disney, you got any questions about bartending, but from our standpoint, for those of us who hunt for vintage clothing, Kelly and his wife, Katie, both dress almost exclusively in vintage type clothing. And so I thought we could pick their brains, like what are buyers looking for? Keywords, what kind of pictures, what kind of measurements. He's a normal size guy, and she's more on the petite side. And so what's she hunting for? Because a lot of times we're always saying, look for bigger sizes, but Katie's petite. So she's going to want to find the smaller sizes. So, but yeah, if you got any bartending questions, working for Disney questions, make sure to tune in this Sunday on my YouTube channel, 7 o'clock East Coast, 4 o'clock in the West Coast. There is Kelly live in action 4 days ago when he was making me drinks while I was sitting there. So great guy, great bartender. And then for those of you in the Secret Beach, my webinar for the month of February will be March 1st. Now, I realize I missed the end of the month, but I just been so busy I couldn't get it done. And our friends are with us Monday night until 8 p.m. And I'm like, all right, shoot. So I'm just going to do it on Tuesday, how to ship artwork. And so I'm going to actually show you start to finish how you properly pack a piece of artwork with glass in it. And then I'm going to show you one that I got that didn't go so well and one that my dad did. So you know it went well. Oh, I did not see that, Jenny. But I will check it out. Thanks, Jenny. So tune in. Let's pretend this is a leap year, which would be on February 29th. So tune in on Tuesday, March 1st, 8 p.m. East Coast for how to ship artwork properly. So you'll get another one in March, Joe. We're going to treat March 1st as February 29th. So yeah. And I've already figured out what I'm doing in March is all going to be about running sales. All right. Now I think it's time. Oh, let's do the contest, Beck. Then we'll get to you. Yeah, let's do the contest. Okay. So I go into LA all the time and I shop at Amoeba Records. Amoeba Records is one of the biggest, most awesome record stores in the world currently, and probably the history of the world too. The amount of stuff they have is insane. And I tend to spend a lot of money. I do not spend Peggy quarters, but I buy stuff that's expensive, but it's worth a lot more. So I said to y'all, guess how much I spent? And I gave you the parameters. The parameters were, I bought 15 CDs in a book. And of those 15 CDs, 14 CDs in a book, 2 CDs I was keeping, and then the other ones were to flip. So before I announce the winner, I want to announce some of the guesses that made me laugh. Because the contest was back closest. And not Price is Right rules. Could be over, could be under. Doesn't matter. Closest. So my friend's wife guessed $1. I'm like, it doesn't work that way. But on the other end, I did write down last names, but Larry guessed $35. Larry, I so wish I was going to record stores that the average price was $2.37 an item. That is definitely way too low. But here's where the other end went insane. Steve guessed, are you ready for this, Beck?
I'm listening.
$1,283 for 15 items. And I thought, oh my. But then that wasn't even close to the top. Marianne guessed $1,947. Thomas guessed $2,637. Dawn guessed $2,750. And Kathy guessed $3,782. She thought I spent $4,000 on 15 items.
Were you at Tiffany and Company Records?
I know. I mean, come on now. Because I got to make money. Holy moly. Yes, you did go high. You went, Kathy, you went so high It made me chuckle a lot.
She
'Cause
was
I'm like,
she wanted to make sure she would.
if I'm buying things on average of $270 an item, holy shit, I got to sell them for a lot of money.
I'll be standing out on the corner trying to sell that.
Okay, well, this is a big test and read the whole post. I didn't see the parameters. You know, you don't get mad at your customers when they don't read the whole listing, because if you didn't read the whole post. Oh, Becky, what's on? Let's do this contest.
Oh gosh,
Becky goes to Brimfield and brings home her poundage of jewelry. Okay, so before I give the answer, I'll show you a couple things I got. I'll see if Becky knows. Why did I buy? Actually, I'll get rid of me first. Big me for a second. Why did I buy this one?
Oh, I know.
We'll tell.
The shag art.
Yes. So Shag is my favorite artist. Actually, Stacey and I's favorite artist.
Yeah.
And he's done a lot of covers for records and CDs. And when I walked in, this was in the display case. And I'm like, I've never seen this record. I must have it. So
and it's got the thingy, the Asian thingy on the thing.
Yep. It is an import from Japan.
Yes.
And then I bought this Dua Lipa because we're going to see her in concert next month.
Cool.
And I didn't have this one yet, so I figured I'd get it for myself. Now, before I give you the total, a couple other highlights were this one was crazy. Wendy and Lisa. Now, most people should know who Wendy and Lisa are.
Yes.
They're from Prince's band, The Revolution, during the Purple Rain days. And this is something they put out themselves. So when I went and looked on Amazon and Discogs, no one had this for sale. It was a self-produced thing. So it's super duper rare. And Amoeba misspelled Wendy. It's with a Y, not an I. Oh, so dear. I'm thinking if people read this, they're going to be like, who the hell is Wendy with an I? And just keep on moving.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So I got that. I got the soundtrack to The Blue Lagoon.
Ooh, oh, that was such a good movie.
Soundtrack to Labyrinth.
Stop it.
Oh, I'm throwing them on the floor. Wait for this. I love the Muppets. How about a whole Rolf the Dog CD? Oh, an entire CD of just Rolf.
I love it.
Soundtrack to the movie Nuts with Barbara Streisand. Captain America Winter Soldier soundtrack.
Ooh,
Color Purple soundtrack. Bumblebee soundtrack.
Yay.
And then the two are bigger things. I spent $100 on this Grateful Dead box set.
Yes.
That's worth about $350. And Toshin makes a lot of kick-ass coffee table books, art books. So this is Ed Fox.
Oh, that's
yeah.
rad.
So Ed Fox is a nude woman, and it was $30 and worth over $100. And so I thought, I get to look at a whole book of nudes and then sell and make money. And I was expecting Playboy nudes, and I got Hustler. So bonus surprise. So back to this, ladies and gentlemen, what I spent on 15 items was $429.48. So let's see if the winner is in the chat, because that was part of the rules too. You got to be in the chat. Deborah Mattei, Mattei, are you in the chat? Because you were the closest at $15.01. Deborah, are you in the chat? Because I do have our runner up.
What was her guess? $15?
No. She was $15.01 away.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Her guess was $444.49.
Okay.
Yes, that was a lot.
Oh.
Yes, Kathy, that was a lot less than $3,700.
Maybe they thought you were asking what profit you might make instead of how much you actually spent.
Now the profit is, so I spent $429. When I add it all up, it'll sell for $1,200. Okay, so Debbie, you're gonna get this Amoeba record bag, and in it, in case you didn't see the preview video, you're getting eBay tape. You're getting the eBay for Business podcast coffee mug. You're getting eBay open sunglasses.
Oh, those are cute.
And the best thing is this bubble fast keychain, which does triple duty. Well, A, it's cute because it's a little man. B, it's a bottle opener. C, it's a flashlight. And D, it's a measuring tape. So, Debbie, if you would send me your address, I will get this out to you tomorrow. And thanks, everyone, for playing. And we will do that same contest again. So now you know 15 items don't usually cost $4,000.
Not an amoeba.
Or 35 for that matter, too. So thank you all for participating. Now let's tear apart Becky.
Oh.
All right. So
Yeah.
here's Becky's store. Sassy Frog Vintage.
Yes.
100% positive feedback. 691 items sold. 34 followers. So I expect your followers to go up because everyone go follow Becky's store, please. Oh, the runner-up, Scott, you were super close, but the runner-up was actually Angelique. Debbie guessed 20 cents closer than Angelique. 20 cents. So I'm sorry, Angelique, you lost by 20 cents.
Guess who made my banner, Janet?
Who made your banner?
The fabulous Nadine.
Yeah, Nadine's the chat. She makes kick-ass banners, so good job.
Yes.
All right, so usually I start with the feedback, and you don't have any bad or neutrals, so there's nothing really to talk about. But here's a tip if anyone's new. If you get a negative feedback or even a neutral, now neutrals don't do anything, and negatives really don't either. But if you want to get rid of them, don't reply. If you reply, it pretty much locks it in.
Mm-hmm.
If there are grounds to get it removed, don't say anything at first. If you can't get it removed, then reply factually and apologetically, no matter if they're an asshole or not. Because it's not about them anymore. It's about your future customers. When I see people fighting with negative feedback customers, I ain't shopping with them.
Mm-mm.
It's not about them getting a negative because the greatest Michelin 3-star restaurant has an unhappy customer from time to time. Okay?
Exactamundo.
All right, let me get my notes up. And let's start here. Now, I can tell you've been doing this for a while. I can see where pictures and listings have changed. So I know some of these are old.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So my first question is, why isn't your picture square?
I don't know. I thought it was.
No, as you can see, it's very rectangular because all this
Very
white at the
rectangular.
top and the bottom is, oops, let's get rid of this housekeeping here, is because it's a rectangular photo.
I will take new pictures. But if they're not Dorothy Thorpe, that's what I found in my research. So if they're not Dorothy Thorpe, I would love it. Are they? Do you know if there's something else, Lisa, or anybody else in the chat? If they're not Dorothy Thorpe.
Oh, I don't think it's a typo. I think she has a capital I in silver, and I didn't even catch that.
Oh no, I didn't. Yeah.
So it looks like sliver.
I think I probably rushed through this one because I think I might have had paper in the glasses first and then I changed them.
Now,
I changed the photos.
The reason I say make it
square.
square, if you don't know, and here's what's weird, Beck, the rest of your pictures are square, just not the first one.
That's so weird.
eBay gives us square photos in case anyone's new to this or doesn't know that. So as you can see over here on the left, this fills the picture, this fills the picture, this fills the picture. This does not because this is rectangular horizontally.
I will fix that.
Yep.
And the silver. And I'll figure out. Thanks, Aaron.
Now, also, you do have. Oh, my thing froze. There we go. What's happening? There we go. You do have the ounces, so that is good. I would also definitely do a height.
Okay.
You know, because especially those of us who have bars in our house, you know, I don't just have tiki mugs. I do have the variety of appropriate glassware for different type drinks. And so when I need something, because I made the mistake of ordering a glass I needed for a single serving without measurements. And when I got it back, it holds 5.5 servings.
Oh, jeez.
But without the measurement, about the height, it kind of threw me. So the benefit of square pictures is eBay gives you this real estate as square. If you don't take a square picture, you're just giving up real estate. So see how it's white at the top and white at the bottom? That's just real estate that Becky gave up. If you look at this picture, it's a square, so it fills the real estate.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Yep.
Thanks.
But yeah, definitely put in measurements too. Okay. I'm going to hope this is old because Where the heck is the rest of your title? That's a short ass title.
Help me fill it in because that's really what all it is.
All right, so chat. What's the gentleman's last name in the hot tub?
Oh, Santa Claus.
Boom. What holiday does Santa Claus come out at?
Christmas. All right.
See? So, but sometimes you get stuck on titles, but yeah, there's so many more things. Santa Claus, Merry Christmas, you know.
I'll change it.
Yeah. And for sure, I know some of you would do this. It is Claus with no E. Becky didn't. I saw another Santa Claus thing. She is good, but a clause with an E is a part of a contract. Clause without an E is Santa's last name. It is not an ornament. So ornament would not be. It's just a little thing to sit on your table. And I absolutely loved that it's just bubble wrap.
Yeah, that's just.
I love that. I mean, just so simple and easy. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's a cute little metal tub that the guy is shoved in. It comes right out. Oh, look, I can see your butt. Oh.
Now, I asked Becky how much that weighed. Oops.
Why you do that? You can see his Santa balls.
See? She's a party. I told y'all. She was a party.
Talk about some hustler pictures.
And that's also true, Kath. If you have extra room, might as well spell out vintage, you know?
Yep.
Because fill that space. When I see short titles, I'm like, I feel like I'm left wanting more.
Yeah,
you know?
I think I was just tired and just was like, this is it.
Santa has snowballs. Lisa said he's bigger than I thought. I think she's talking about his balls. Thank you. The Becky and Jason show will be here all week. All right.
We're going to take over Adele's residency.
I fully understand why you did what you did, but I'm going to tell you not to do it, and here's why.
What'd I do?
Okay. So you have Chicago Carnegie Hall, 4 records set on 3 CDs, and that's what it says right on the cover. And normally I would say, if it's important enough for the item, it's important enough for the title. I could see customers who are less than smart getting confused.
Got you.
So I would actually take out that record part. Now, put in the description, but I've had the situation where I've done things like this properly, and the customer gets in, they're like, that's not our record. Okay, you didn't read the whole title. But I can see where less than smart people will get confused. So it's not really, you didn't do anything really wrong. I'm just trying to help you not have an item not as described.
Okay.
Okay. And then you do this quite often. And it makes me laugh.
What'd I do?
Does not appear to have any cracks in the case. Look, you're pregnant or you're not. There ain't no two ways about it. Either there's a crack in the case or there isn't.
There is or there isn't. There may or may not. So then I'll just say there may or may not be a crack.
No, how about either put a fresh case on it or give us the exact, is there a crack or isn't there? There ain't no middle ground.
It's filler. If there's no cracks, I guess I don't need to put that in there.
You could say no, case is in great shape,
Yeah. It makes sense if I'm saying if I'm selling a coffee mug, say, no, there's no chips or cracks.
Yep. I like Kathy's idea. I never even thought about that. Put Yellow Ducky in the title with Santa. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Because people will look for Yellow Ducky stuff and they're like, oh, Santa's got a yellow ducky. I like it.
Okay.
All right.
Santa ducky.
And we have lost Becky by item number 4.
All right, what's next?
Okay. All right. What's in this picture?
A Starbucks mug.
Yeah, but what's in the picture on the art?
Oh, the Golden Gate Bridge. That needs to be in the title.
Right. So I reworked your title. You can fit it. So you got to get rid of teacup and I think 14 ounces. but you can fit with a little bit of finagling, you can fit Golden Gate Bridge. And I think that's important because, again, I think people look for Golden Gate Bridge stuff. And if nothing else, you should have it in your item specifics because that'll get searched too. So
That's a good idea.
you at least got to get it someplace.
Okay. I didn't even think of that.
Now, also, you're not using your condition box at all properly. So I've noticed you just have, I just sold something very expensive. Very nice. You have just used. Now with mugs and ceramics, you want to talk about three things: crazing, chips, and cracks. And so if it doesn't have them, definitely say that because it'll cover your ass.
Yeah. I do most of my listings straight from my phone because I do it all day long. Like when I'm out and about, whenever I have time to sit and like list. So I'll take all my pictures and then I list on my phone. But that's a good point. I need to come in on my laptop and fill in the condition box, especially on my glassware.
Because it is also as holish of eBay to say, we will protect you, seller, if you use a condition box. But if you list on mobile, you can't see it. I'm like, that's just, it's so not fair. And I'm not one person be like, that's not fair. But it truly is. They say you have to use this, but then you can't get to it on mobile. So someone says, what's YAH? It is the You Are Here series of mugs. And it says that right on the bottom. Okay, so we're going to talk about this in a few other listings, but I agree. I do not like this two different backgrounds, the back and the bottom. They need to be a uniform, either black, which would have been great on this mug, or the wood, because I got the brick one now, and I love it. The problem is, and this is going to go a little nerdy than normal, when you take pictures and you have lights react to the background around your item. Also, lights react to if you get in the way of the light and take one picture and then you back up and take another picture, okay, because you've changed the plane of light going to the item. So with a half black background, half faux wood, it really could mess with the coloring. And then what could happen is the customer goes, man, that looked like a different color in the picture because your camera is fighting two different backgrounds.
I totally get that. And I used to use
I am a nerd for this shit.
Yeah. I used to use one background when I was using my light box. But I set up on a table here in my dining room. So I usually have a white background and then a white tablecloth. But yeah, I actually got I got 2 new yards of black fabric because I have this really cool iridescent Starbucks tumbler that I bought on clearance. And I want to get some pictures taken of it, and it's not working on anything that I'm taking pictures on. So that's why I needed the back background. So the black background.
Yep, black would have made that pop so nice.
Well, then I'll retake those pictures and rework my title.
Okay, I do not understand my note. I have one note. It says Monopoly equals show ups. I don't know.
Well, you asked about the UPC code.
It should say stupid autocorrect. Yeah. It should say show UPC. Stupid autocorrect, show ups. Okay. With any product, if it has a UPC and you're selling it new, definitely take a picture of the UPC because sometimes things get re-released. And that's why I asked you, because you have the front, the back, and this close-up of the cellophane a little bit. But you didn't take any of the sides. And I said, does it have a UPC? You said yes. So absolutely add a picture of the UPC. Now, is it super important, Monopoly unicorns versus llamas? Not super, but it would be in CDs and records and other toys that have been like Star Wars toys. The first time Luke Skywalker was released as a action figure was 1977, but then there's been re-releases and blah, blah, blah. And so this way, again, it's kind of protecting yourself. Like, look, I got the barcode and the UPC in there. You, as the customer, should know which version you're buying. But if you can't see it, they can't double check it. And when I buy stuff that I'm looking for a specific UPC, I need to see that UPC.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but the autocorrect screwed me up. I'm like, what's wrong? I don't understand my notes.
I will add that to I will add.
Okay, this one flummoxed me that you did this. Okay, so first off, when you do lots of things. Don't put pair of, put lot of. It
Okay.
reads better. And if you get people from foreign countries, I think lot's an easier word to understand than pair. I could be
Okay.
wrong, but lot of too. But also, you took the time to take the ornaments out of the box. Why not have them in the first picture? So have the ornaments standing next to their boxes.
I think I did, and it might have gotten messed up.
Oh, there it is. I didn't even notice. That's a great picture. You got the tops up to show 2021. You got the
Mhm.
ornaments. You got the boxes. However, you made it your last photo. So
I don't
yes,
know why it's my last photo. That I'll
yeah.
change that for sure.
So great photo. Funny me, I didn't even see the last one. So yeah.
I will switch. I will switch
Oh,
photos.
and you have the weirdest of all the store reviews I've ever done, the weirdest country exclusions I've ever seen in my life.
I shouldn't have any country
You
exclusions.
have 10 and they don't make sense together. You ready?
That was weird.
You ready? Because they're not all together. That's why I'm like, you do not ship to French Polynesia, Libya, New Caledonia,
What?
Guadalupe, Venezuela, Reunion, I'm not even sure where that is, Barbados, Martinique, or French Guyana.
Those French Guyana, I don't know.
But I don't understand how
Guyana
you
just need
got
to
that.
tell
What a
those people.
weird list.
That is a weird. I didn't know I was excluding
You know,
anything.
sometimes people cut out Africa, not a lot of customers in Africa, not a lot of internet in Africa. And so I kind of maybe understand that. But look, French Polynesia,
No,
Guadalupe, and Martinique are nowhere near each other on the map. So I have no idea how that's the list.
I don't either. I'm double checking that.
But that's not all of yours. And I'm like, what a weird setup. I don't understand that one.
That is crazy. Yes, there should be a video in there, Paul, of
Now,
the Doctor
I
Who and
didn't
the
check this on
TARDIS.
your other ones, but is your return policy normally 30 days?
Yeah.
So switch it to 60.
Okay.
Mom and I just did the bulk edit. I have never, ever, 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 ever had any returns day 31 through 60, but I have 60-day returns.
Okay.
So any returns that have ever happened in the first 30. But if you got 60 days, you get put up higher in the listing. So if someone says, I want this candle, and Becky has it, and then 9 other people have it. But if Becky's the only one with 60-day returns, she'll be up higher in the list, if not at the top of the list.
Mm.
So, and video for which one? What do we need a video of?
The TARDIS? Yeah, there
Is it?
should be a video in there.
Oops, we're in shipping. Hold, please. Oh yeah, there is. Ta-da! Good job.
Well, I'm not able to. I know still in beta, and I thought I was like, it's taking it. I did the new thing to put it in to the. I am not even drinking alcohol, and I cannot talk.
Well, Jay says, what were you drinking when you picked out your exclusions?
The thing and the thing, you know.
See, this is why we do these things too, because you had no clue. You had this weird exclusion list. You had no
Yeah,
clue. Because
no clue.
if you've been doing a thing for a long time, you rarely go back and look at things like your shipping and your exclusions and your, all my shit's 60-day returns. I just keep on trucking. But if I had some weird exclusion, I probably wouldn't even notice it until someone said, hey, Jay, why don't you ship to French Guyana? And then I'd be like, I don't. And then I would fix it. So yeah, so that's just a weird thing.
That is a weird thing. But like the new rollout that they're doing with being able to put the video in
Yep.
I submitted that video and they never approved it. It was sitting in review forever.
Okay,
So
Supersonic's Thrift said we have those excluded countries as well. It came from eBay. That's weird because I don't have those.
weird.
Bizarro. I don't even know at this point. I don't know what to say because what are those random 7 countries? I get it. I don't
Yeah.
get it. Okay, so this is Ralph Lauren Spring Flowers. Now, everyone, see how nice this mug looks on just all black? It pops. So if you look at that and then look at this, look how much space you gave to the background and not the item.
Yeah.
That, you're like 25% item, 75% background.
And it's not usually like that. So I think it's just because it's a shorter mug and I need to change the background on it.
Get in there tight.
Yep.
But also Also, okay, why are you ignoring the most important part of this mug?
The
It's
Wisconsin cheese.
Wisconsin. Yeah. Look how short your title is. Where's cheese? Where's Cheesehead? Come on.
It's gonna be in there next time.
Yeah. You got to pull out the important things. And we all know, especially us Packer fans, that, Wisconsin's all about cheese and Cheesehead. So, and since they have it on there twice, cheese there, the cow who makes the cheese right there, that's important because people look for Cheesehead and cheese stuff. Kind of like Jimmy Buffett people look for parrot head stuff. Yep, product is hero. Get close and crop in. I like that.
Yes.
All right.
These are all just lazy rookie mistakes.
Yeah, overall, you have a great start. This is just a little fine tuning. Okay, this is the one that I'm like, am I drunk? I don't even understand. Here is your description. Thanks, lease. See photos. What?
Oh, that is either me speaking into the phone or sausage.
Thanks, lease. See photos for further inspection and description.
I'm gonna blame my Apple iPhone 10R for that.
That's good. Hey, mine changed UPC to ups, so I get it. But yeah, Angelica's got it. This character is played by Bette Midler in the movie.
Oh, I did not put her in the title?
No, you didn't put her in the title.
I just said the F word under my breath.
So yeah, when you have ornaments or pictures or whatever of a character from a movie, if the person who played that character is uber famous, especially Bette Midler in this case, get it in there. Absolutely.
Yeah. And they're coming out with Hocus Pocus 2. They've either just started production or they're finished. They're in production right now.
All right. So speaking of condition box, the rocking horsey doesn't have one. And we talked about don't have two different backgrounds, black and the thing. For some reason, you introduced a third part of the background now. So you got black, white, and faux wood.
I was trying to make it solid, I think, and I just don't like those photos. So those are all going to be retakes.
So think about, what kind of, are you using a camera or a phone, Beck?
My iPhone.
And what iPhone do you have?
I have a 10R.
10R is not bad. The 12s and the 13s are just like amazeballs.
I know.
But a 10R is on a little on the older side. So when that 10R goes to take that picture, is focusing on this bright red, this bright yellow, and then it's thinking, okay, I got black, white, and this faux gray. So you don't want the camera, whatever it is that you use, to have to be like, I don't know what I'm taking a picture of, because it looks around the picture when it takes the picture. So make it as simple as possible.
Okay, that makes sense. I love that little rocking horse too. I need
Thrifty Elf, that is definitely very much a tattoo thing. Well, it's gonna be hard to see, but my shrunken head guy, my tattoo artist, like, it has to look into your body, not away from it. I'm like, oh, okay. So I never thought about turning your horse the other way so it's looking into your description.
Oh, so
never thought about that, but now I'm gonna think about it though. I'm absolutely gonna think about it.
Interesting.
Yes, where are all the thumbs up? My mom is correct. She's at a live auction. Mom, are you watching from the auction? Are you bugging people around you? Hey, lady, can you turn off that guy?
Where's that cackling coming from?
Okay, so two things.
Yeah.
Although parrot, Sharif embroidered flower parrot, white leather shoulder bag purse. I talked to my friends who own birds, and we're pretty sure this is a lorikeet.
A what?
A lorikeet, which looks just like this.
Okay.
Except they took liberties with the colors, but that is definitely a lorikeet.
Okay.
Okay. But here's the $1 million question. You took a picture of the tag. There's another word on this tag. Why do you not have that word in your title?
What does that word say?
That's the question. Ladies and gentlemen, what does that first word say? Because let me tell you what I Googled. I Googled LIFOOLYLC.
Lithalulic.
Yeah. And Google said, I'm sorry, what? So what is that first word? Does anybody know? because
Life is
it
how
took
you
it
will
took
it.
my assistant coming in to say, "Oh, that word is this." I go, "It is? Oh shit, it is." But man, I don't look at. Yep, yes, that's what I
Okay.
saw, Elisa. But yeah, everyone else
Mhm.
has it. It is lifestyle. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, now it says lifestyle.
So when you look up the purses lifestyle by Sharif, you'll see a whole
Okay.
bunch of them. So definitely get that word in there. Now, if you don't know the word, like I didn't know the word, that's when you should pop it into the thrifting board. Ask me. I asked Monica, my assistant. Sometimes you can't read words, but someone else can.
Yeah, that went right over my
So
head.
right away, I'm going to guess most of the people who just read it. Maybe some people sold the brand before. Liposuction. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
put all your fat in this bag.
if there is a word in the brand, you should definitely use it.
Gotcha. Okay. Those are pretty
Okay,
good.
your shoes in this background are way too
Nope.
similar.
Yep, you're right.
Now, most
Yeah.
everyone who's watching right now, watching probably on a monitor, maybe a big TV, you can see them. You on a phone, ain't no way. Those
Nope.
shoes disappear into that background.
You are correct. And
Yeah.
that's something that's been on my list of things to change. So thank you for bringing that up.
And these shoes are not all that heavy and they can fit in a padded flat rate for sure. 1540 is way too high in the shipping.
Oh my God.
Because the
Yeah.
good thing about Converse is, Nike Air Jordans, yeah, you're going to need a nice box and nice packing. Converse that are just canvas, padded flat rate, and away they go. Especially this is a smaller size too.
Well, they're I think I tried them in a padded flat rate and they wouldn't close. That's why I had to go up a size.
You,
But
you
I'll
should
double
still be
check.
able to get it a little bit cheaper than 1540. That
This
seems
is true.
kind of high
They're
for smaller
they're
Converse.
yeah. Well, they're yeah. Oh. Ooh, Converse.
Okay, so this is my biggest pet peeve, and I think I saw Lisa mention it earlier.
Oh, what
This
did
is
I
the White Ghost Shivers. Hook 'em if you got them.
do? Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're if you're doing a listing for me and it's the item's made of Naga hide and you don't Google it and you misspell Naga hide, I'm not so mad. But if you misspell a word that's in front of you on the item, that's what drives me absolutely bonkers. So hokum is Hokum.
Mm-hmm.
You have it as EM. Now I know that's just a simple thing, but when you're listing media, the words are right in front of you.
Yes. And I might have seen it as an EM because
Yeah,
sometimes
so
my eyes will go,
double check your words.
yes.
All
I
I wrote was one thing:
lose
spelling with a lot of exclamation points.
that. I lose. I'm terrible.
Oops. Okay, let's talk about your opening photo. When you do games that are not sealed, your Monopoly
Mhm.
was sealed, set the game up as if someone is playing it with the cover right behind it.
Okay.
Because everyone takes this boring picture of the box closed up. Now, we are listening to a Scrabble game. Look what my assistant did.
Yes.
Fun for everyone. Deluxe Scrabble. Buy now.
That's cute.
Now,
And I
you could
like
definitely
that.
do more with Scrabble. But then I said, look, the Scrabble nerds are going to be mad that the words aren't connected. So she did Tiki Pug music, totally Scrabble. And if you see what she did with the B down there, it's like she was just about to put it in its spot.
That's
So when you
cute.
set up games mid-game, people get nostalgic and they're like, oh, I gotta get this. I gotta get this right now. If you just see a
Mhm.
closed box, it's not so exciting. And then she used the trays. Fun for everyone. So
Yeah.
you do have the picture. I thought you did. No, you don't. Oh, there you go. So turn them a little bit, angle them towards each other so we can still see
Okay.
the boats. Get a couple pegs in the boats, have the box behind it straight up, and then you got a picture going.
Okay.
Yeah, Maka did a great job. I told her, I said, hey, make some words. And then she came back with those two things. And she screamed to me, she goes, give me a word that begins with T. And I go, well, I told everyone my middle name was Totally in the 80s, Jason Totally Smith. So she went, thank you. She went with it.
You should be like totally Jason.
Oh, did you leave the R on a Scrabble? Oh my God, I didn't even see that. Oh, I can't wait till I have that conversation tomorrow.
Wait, no, we need to go back and see that.
All right, hold on. Oh wait, it's still there. Dude. So Scrabble's right in that one.
Scabble.
Oh yeah, Scabble. We'll have that conversation tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. And we didn't launch it yet because Zoe was working on the listing, so I got to fix that tomorrow.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, always set your game up if it's used. Please don't open sealed games. Okay, you have a heat-changing mug, and we can kind of see what it is, but for sure, you need a picture of it changed.
That might be the one that's changed. That is such an old
then you
mug.
need a picture of it not changed also.
Okay. I thought I did. Oh, see, that's the one. You can see the water going into the.
So then, now that we can get videos more easily into our listings, this would be the great thing to just have your hand pouring hot liquid into it and watching. You know, make it cinematic. Hot liquid, watch it change.
Okay, that's because the battleship and the other one, the mug, those have been up for a while, and so is that.
I could tell. I could tell they were older.
Yeah.
All right. Look, you're selling a Sony CD player. It's a skinny item. Look how skinny your picture is in the middle there.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the better photo. Do this. Move that remote over. Move the cords over a little bit. Square up right on the open drawer. And maybe even pop in a movie you got laying around. You can mention the movie doesn't come with it. But pop in some movie that might elicit, again, an emotional reaction. Like Debbie Does Dallas, for instance.
Aaron and Matt do Dallas? What?
But yeah, how do you take a skinny
Aaron and Matt?
How do you take a skinny flat item and make it square? You kind of find a good close-up corner. Because here you'll get the Sony in it, you'll get the drawer open, you get the remote, you get the cords.
Good tips. I will definitely change that. And maybe that'll get it sold.
Okay. So you have this compact. And again, look how much space you give to the background.
Mm-hmm.
Should have definitely been a darker, probably a black background. Would have been better. But also, compacts can be different sizes. They're all somewhat the same, but they can be different sizes. And so a couple things. You should use a quarter for reference. Because someone buys a CD, all CDs are the same size. You don't need to give a reference. How big's this knife? Without that quarter, you might think it's bigger. With a quarter, you totally get it. Same with this compact. Now, I brought this back because look how nice the picture collage looked.
Mm-hmm.
This one could definitely use a picture collage.
Yep.
Open, close kind of thing. You use your hand. This gives you a little bit of an indication of size. So I ain't so mad at that hand.
Mm-hmm.
But what you should have, I liked how you can see the NM, the Neiman Marcus, but you should have a picture, that's why we should collage it, of the mirror too. And look, it is impossible to take a quality picture of a mirror without seeing a reflection. So what you should do, especially as a makeup artist, get the picture of yourself in the mirror putting lipstick on.
Oh, yes. That's a good idea. Okay, so this is one,
all you need to see is your lips. You don't need to see your whole head. Because I had a train case once where when you open up the train case, there was a mirror. And my assistant comes to me. She goes, I cannot get a picture without me in it. I go, shit, own it. So she's just waving in the mirror, taking the picture. So it's so much better than her trying to hide and not being fully out of the picture.
Right.
How do you do a picture collage? It's an app called Pic Collage, PIC Collage. And that's another video we will have coming up, Nancy. And so that's the kind of collages I do, just like this. I show the cape on the mannequin, the cape on Zoe, and then the tags. All right, a couple more. We got to go because I have a concert to go to.
Yay.
Okay. This is a very famous picture. What's it called?
Whatever. It says on the bottom. It
says the Art Institute of Chicago on the bottom, actually.
It's on the other side of the mug, and I bet you it's not in my title, is it?
Actually, it is not on the other side of the mug.
I thought it said Ciroc or.
Oh, that's the artist. It says the artist. His name is right there.
Yeah. Is it the Sunday in the Park one?
It's called A Sunday Afternoon on the Island
Yes.
of La Grande Jatte.
Okay.
So that's way too much to put in your title because you'll never fit
Yeah.
anything else. Plus, that won't fit by itself. But it's a very famous picture. So what you need to do is use your item, your custom item specific down here,
Mm-hmm.
and then add that whole title.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone will type the whole title, but if they type some of it, because you have it in item specifics, it will show up in the search.
Okay.
You know, most famous pictures have much shorter titles, but that one is super duper long. So you're gonna have to use your item specifics.
Okay.
Okay.
Should I figure out how to work it into the title as well? A little bit of it,
I
like
mean, you
Sunday
can work in
afternoon.
you can work in Sunday afternoon in the title, but you're gonna have to
Okay.
put the whole thing down below.
Gotcha.
And so again, this would have been perfect on all black.
Mm-hmm.
But you got a nice square. So yeah, you got to set your phone or your camera to square. Sometimes your phone or camera doesn't say square, but it'll say 1:1. That means square.
Yep. I always take my pictures in one. That's the first thing I do.
Yep, great question, Tony. When people search on eBay, eBay search reads two things. It reads your title and it reads the things in the item specifics. It does not read your description. So this is where you can jam in a lot of extra stuff in using the custom item specifics. Okay. When you have two items of the exact same thing, typically shoes and salt and pepper shakers, don't have the first picture being the items going the same way. Okay. Show as many angles as possible. So what I want you to do is take this picture and combine it with this nice picture. So
Okay.
what I would have done is put the one shoe on the angle, like the front one, and that back one, then put that one straight on.
Okay.
So that way, short of the back of the shoe, you can see every angle.
Gotcha.
Front, top, side. And so you've got really the impression of the whole shoe in one picture. So combine this with this.
Okay.
Okay. So we talked about collages. This is the first time I've ever had to say this. Way too much in the collage.
How dare you?
Yes. You have to think about the people who are shopping on an iPhone 7. Stacey has a modern phone. She has a 12, but it's a mini. So when you have so many things in the collage, then it gets even tinier. Okay. I tend to never go beyond three things: a main and a middle and a small.
Okay.
But also, I wouldn't use the bottom as your main big picture. I get it. You're going because it showed the Kate Spade and the Lennox. But I would definitely use like that top right one, the crossword. This one.
Okay.
See, here's how I do it.
Yep.
Main front, medium back, small bottom.
Okay.
And then you zoom in on the bottom. You don't have to show the whole thing, but just zoom in so you can read the Kate Spade Lennox as I did right here. I'm only showing first edition Trader Sam's Disney.
I like that much.
Oh, and also, I do it in my listings because it reads a little better. But on yours, if you had other words, you didn't need to write the word twice. Funny enough, the word. You could have just put Kate Spade, say the word search.
Oh, okay.
So I get what you did. Say the word is the name of the mug, and then the mug is a word search. So you can save space by putting say the word search because it flows right through.
Okay.
Flows right through. And then you can put coffee mug, you could put cup because depends where you grew up. Is it a hat? Is it a cap? Is it a mug? Is it a cup? Is it a pop? Is it soda? You know?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Brian wants to know how your pictures look on a Motorola flip phone.
I don't know. You tell me, Brian.
Okay. And then what we got? We got two left. Yep, there we go. Okay. This one has me scratching my head because I don't understand why. You have a deck of cards that aren't sealed. You show the back of the cards. Why not show the other side of the cards?
Oh, yeah.
You know, why not show the king and the queen?
I will. I'll take different pictures of those because those are Delta.
And I totally get this background, but people might be thinking they're seeing the actual cards in this background. So I would go to
Yeah.
a plain background, and in this opening shot, have the box and have like a royal flush hand fanned
Okay.
out, you know?
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'll do it on a solid background. That one's definitely an older listing, which all of these are for sale. So if you want to send me, offers are welcome.
And it is B.B. Baxter.
BB Bextor.
And last but not least, never take white on white pictures. Now, look, everyone, I know eBay says we want white backgrounds. I know Google says we want white backgrounds. But let me tell you, you cannot take a picture of a pair of white jeans on a white background. It just doesn't work. At least this has some color. On white items, you got to just use black. You have to. It pops so much better. And this must be an older listing because that's a short title.
Yep.
But here's the thing. All bells sound different. You should absolutely have a video.
I will definitely add.
Always do a video of bells because nerds, and I do say that lovingly because I'm a tiki nerd, but bell nerds want to hear the bell sound. They want to know, they're looking for specific bell sounds. And so now, especially now that we can put videos in our listings, ring that bell.
You can ring my bell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're very welcome, Strong Adventures. I hope everyone got something good out of that. I hope everyone saw something in their own store. They're like, I got to fix that. When we do store reviews, it is never to beat up the person who store review because someone else said, I was going to put my name, but I was too afraid. Why? All I'm going to do is help your store look better. And then hopefully when it looks better, it catches the buyer's eye or the buyer's ear, in this case with the bell. And then that way you get better sales.
Yep. I can only get better now. And maybe somebody saw something they liked tonight. And if you did,
someone said make sure to have cat in the title, winter. I would definitely put Christmas in the title for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a much older listing.
I never thought of that. Kim was reviewing her own store while listening to us do your store. I never even thought of that.
Fun.
Awesome. Oh, good. I'm glad everyone liked that because starting next Thursday, we're going to change things up on my channel. You're still going to get Thrifty Business and Thrifty or 50, but we're going to switch some things up. You're going to be getting some direct videos about how to do this, how to do that. There's going to be more store reviews. So I will be announcing it next Thursday. So tune in this Sunday for me and Mom. We're going to talk to Kelly and also his wife, Katie, will be here. So we'll talk to her too. We'll talk to people who hunt for vintage items. What specifically are they looking for in your descriptions? So you know how to sell it. Plus, if you have that burning bartender question or working for Disney question, he'll answer those too. Of course, don't ask crazy questions like, how much money do you make? Or something like that. But I have a bartender question for him. I've never asked him, so I'm going to ask him on the air. So,
how much booze do you drink?
Yes, please hit that like button if you had a good time. If you learned anything, hit that like button. And if you're new, and I saw a couple new faces, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Hit that subscribe button. Click that bell. The bell lets you know when we're going live or when I upload videos. And Becky, thank you very much for putting your name out there. The other people who put their name out there, I'm going to do all your stores. So stay tuned. We're going to do some more store reviews. But I picked Becky tonight because I know Becky's full of fun in life. And I thought this would be a good way to kick off the store reviews on a semi-regular basis. So Becky, thank you.
You're welcome. And you know what? I just realized when we did this in the Secret Beach the first time, I was your first review in the Secret Beach.
There you go. There you go.
So, it's a nice little bookend.
Yes, ring my bell, folks. Swoop says ring my bell. All right, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. Deborah, if you haven't sent me your address yet, send me your address so I can get your prizes out. Thanks, everyone, for playing. There will be more. Yes, when's the next contest? There will be more contests coming up, so stay tuned. More fun stuff. I've kind of forgotten to do fun stuff like that on the norm, so we are going to do it. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. And with that, I'm off to a concert.
Yay. Have fun.
Gonna rock out. Woohoo!